Okay, so now we're getting somewhere, right? Here's what we have as a little template for... Oh, wow, man. I'm liking the look of that right there. Template for the sides here. I mean, man. Just really eyeballing this shear. Ah, that's such a nice sweep, man. Right? Look at that. Next thing I have to do here is kind of, it's sitting naturally like that, right? That's how this piece is going to want to sit when I scribe the cut here at the chine. So, let's get our angles going here. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing there with the T-bevel. So, now that I have this line kind of scribed, you know, this is obviously rough. It's a piece of goddamn paper, but... So I just want to make sure that I can roughly, with my ply, when I transfer this mark, get roughly 25 degrees, which is what that bevel's set at, you know, chine to chine. Here I can definitely get it, and then the plywood's going to have a bit of room to go in and out, just to really get a fair line on that shear. So, get this... my sides, 1/4 inch ply, get those scarfed together, get these transferred and married up nicely, and we'll have our sides on in no time. Okay, so now you can really see the effect of stapling this ram board on and tracing it, and see how it humps up in the middle there. I mean, I don't know how I would calculate that without a computer. Not doing it this way, and all that, the reason that that's there is because to adjust for the flare I have it here, and if I want it like that, you can see how that the bottom there, the more it flares, it just wants to roll under, and that's how you end up with that hump cut that you see there, just because it flares a little more than it does, let's say, at the back. Yeah. Okay, just got my transom pieces cut out here. Gonna laminate 2 boards together, so I've got this all fiberglassed with a biaxial cloth, and then I just got this glued up here, and then got some low spots to fill in there, but and I'll sandwich them together. Just fairing away on the hull here, sanding. And I've got it to a point here where, you know, I've sanded quite a bit of this skim coat down. I've skimmed it twice now, wet on wet, where I'm starting to hit some glass in certain areas. Case in point. So I'm going to stop sanding, okay, and what I'm going to do is when it gets warm enough, I'm going to put another skim coat on there, fill in the low spots. On the other side here, I haven't even begun to sand it. I thought this was good, but I gotta actually sand this down again. Here I have to sand, but first I have to have some dinner. Yeah, I've identified another issue here on the boat. I'm sanding away, and you shouldn't be seeing that on a boat where it's touching over like 4 inches like that and like 10 inches there. Yeah, you shouldn't be seeing that. You know, you should be seeing something like a more rocking action to it, given the location right on the kind of the widest section. At the bottom here it's okay, but as you can see, that how it locks in there, and it locks right there. Come on, man, that's a joke. So I showed you that spot that was flat before, and this is how I'm going to build it out. I just use a blend of thickened epoxy and trowel it on, and then I trowel it off with a long flimsy batten, and then I can't show you with that flimsy batten how nice of a curve that gives me, but you know, where as it was locking before, now you have this nice rocking shape, and then it's just nice to build up your height with a notch trowel and then just fill it in after the fact. You can get there a lot quicker than if you're just smearing it on with a plaster knife. Alright, so here we are in a newly built skiff that has been christened Metcalf. We're out here in the water. We have Dan on the helm, and Armand up there is our deckhand for the day. And we got a little bit of choppy water here, and she seems to be really handling it quite well. And couldn't be more pleased with the way this build went. So, thank you very much.